Yes, people, what's going on? Back again, realer than most. We are live. What are you saying? Oi, these men are already here, bruv. It's lit in the comments. What are you saying, Turkish?
Come on, bro. Love for having me back as usual, bro. I see the comments flying in. Make sure people hit that like button straight away before we get going.
Early doors.
Trust me.
That's what I'm saying, bruv. What's been going on, though, bruv? It's been all right for your mob, innit? Like, been all right, bruv.
It's been all right still, obviously. 2 wins, 2 games. Can't really ask for much more. But the true test is tomorrow against Leicester and Monday against Liverpool. You know, at the end of the day, they're the teams we've really got to compete against if we need to achieve top 4 in the league. I know the Leicester game is Carabao Cup, but you want the players to show something against these teams, regardless of the competition. And there's players on the fringe that need to do their thing. So for me, as much as it's good so far, the next 2 games are massive. So we'll talk next week. Next Tuesday is going to be a big one because it's the day after Liverpool Arsenal. So
Facts.
What about your mob? What's your mob saying?
Bro, it's stressful for me right now. Not gonna lie. It's an absolute shambles, isn't it? It's an absolute shambles from top to bottom. Got a game tonight. Bruv, I wouldn't put it past them to mess it up. You know them ones. Even though we should beat Luton quite comfortably in the cup. Bro, I got no faith in these men right now. I got no faith in them right now. I got no faith in the manager. I feel like he's losing the dressing room if he hasn't lost it already, bro. Some of these performances are looking hella flat. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like these men don't look motivated to play for him no more, bruv. And that cult status at the club will only get you so far, blood.
Yeah, bro, it's the timing of it as well. I can't lie, like everything seemed perfect for. If you ask someone a year and a half into someone's appointment as manager, yeah, you're starting a new season, that should be the time when things are all clicking, you know. But when you start a season and you're losing at home to Palace, that's far from clicking. So there's big problems there that need to be sorted out, fam.
Yes, mad. And it's funny because Patrice Evra come out couple of days ago, or was it even yesterday? I think it was yesterday, like in the middle of the night. Yeah, middle of the night on Sunday or something. And he put out like a 20-minute video expressing his discontent with the club and stuff like that, and just talking about Ed Woodward and about how lawyers are negotiating for players and how back in the day Alex Ferguson used to go and do it himself, and the way the club's run, it ain't proper basically. And it's like, bruv, he said yesterday what man's been saying for the last 2 years, and people are trying to make it out like I'm negative, that man's always looking for things. And Evra's just come out and just basically just said everything that I've been saying. And he said that, right, like Evra's Mr. Positive, in it. I love this game, Monday morning happy, and that. They even broken him, blood. You know them, man.
I can't lie. I admire it from someone that supports a club where I wish, fam, some of our legends just come out and keep it real with the fans, fam. None of Arsenal's legends ever do, fam. A lot of them just play along to what's going on now in search of a job. With Patrice Evra is in the stands with Ed Woodward at certain games. He's there, he's in and around them, but he still feels that he needs to say something. And I love that because, bro, like if you love the club, if you love the fans, then you need to act for them. And at Arsenal, I wish we had a player that would speak out like Evra did, because the bullshit at Arsenal has been going on for a lot longer than it has at United, fam. So for Evra to step up, you see my personal opinion of Evra, I don't like the guy, obviously, during our rivalry, he used to chat a lot of shit. My man doing the whole licking chickens thing after to be relevant and whatnot. But this thing in particular, I rate it. I can't lie. He loves it. It shows that he loves the club and the fans that he's coming out to speak. He's ruining his relationship with Woodward, with the people up there. But he's doing it for the reason he thinks is best. And I think that is commendable. Like, I rate it.
But this is exactly what he said. He said, listen, there's a lot of men that won't speak up because they're worried about potentially ruining an opportunity to work with the club. But he's like, bro, I don't need United. I don't need their money, bro. I'm a fan, innit? So I'm going to speak as a football fan. I'm not worrying about ruining relationships, potential commercial opportunities or business opportunities. It's not about that. It's bigger than that. You know what I mean? And I respected that more than anything, because a lot of these footballers, the likes of the Gary Nevilles and all of these, man, instead of calling out their friends at the club, they'd rather stick it on players. Do you know what I mean? And it's like that's what they do, innit? It's the easy option to take, bro. Scapegoat the same man all the time. because honestly, like you don't want to rub up the wrong people the wrong way because you're thinking about your pocket in it. You're thinking about the bottom line, and a lot of these men are just thinking about money. So it was refreshing to see Evra say, you know what, forget the money. This is fuckery, isn't it? And like it needs to be spoken about.
But he's right, fam. Like I said, fam, I can only rate it, bro. Like the more I think about it, the more vexed I get because there's been chances for Arsenal legends over the years to come out and really say something at pivotal times. You know, I think it's a pivotal time for United. I think obviously what is your fourth manager since Fergie? It looks like it's not clicking again. It's another pivotal time. So him speaking out, it makes so much sense to me. You know, I'm envious of that, fam. I'm envious that you man have a legend that's keeping it real, and it's a legend that's in the public eye too. Because there's a lot of our legends, they don't have commercial ventures. They're not in the public eye anymore. Evra is, you know, and he still puts that on the line for what he stands by. He stands by the club and the fans. You know, do you stand by the club and the fans, or do you stand by the club and the board? There's a big difference there. You see with Arsene Wenger towards the end of his reign, he stood with the club and the board. He went from the club and the fans to the club and the board. That was a major transition, you know. With Evra, you can see he's sticking with his laurels. He's sticking with his guns. And, bro, I rate it. Regardless of what I think of him as an individual, I rate what he done there.
Absolutely, brother. And that's the thing. I'd love to see more of our ex-pros do that. But unfortunately, I support a club where the majority of our so-called legends, bro, I don't like them. They're assholes, innit? Like that's just how it is. Like I'm growing up and I'm looking at Rio Ferdinand and Patrice Evra, the only ones that ain't really let man down too tough. You know them ones. It's like when I look at the likes of Gary Neville and Ryan Giggs, bro, they're always pushing their own agenda. Paul Scholes is hot and cold. Sometimes he's chatting shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's all of them. It's all the same nonsense, bro. It's all this romantic crap, bro. Like all of them. Even Peter Schmeichel as well is another one. He's an idiot. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I met him personally and he chats shit, bro. Do you know what I mean? And them man, it's like that MUTV propaganda. That's what them man are always spouting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not real, bro. They don't talk the real shit. It's like they've been programmed by the club to speak a certain way. Do you know what I mean? That's almost what it's like. They're like robots, bro. None of them have got minds of their own. And it's literally like, it's just a scapegoating exercise all the time. All the time.
It's all about the check for most of them, you know. It's all about the check, and it's sad, bro, because well, obviously our old school legends wasn't receiving the money that the new ones are yet. But it's like, come on, like if you care about what you're telling me you care about, which is the club and the fans, and Gary Neville is one that he does keep it real. And I swear he came out with something today or yesterday that was talking about the hierarchy and issues going on there.
Who's that?
Gary Neville.
Gary Neville will say it now, because Patrice Evra's already said it. But Gary Neville's a word.
You see, with Gary, and what pissed me off with him during the Wenger thing, he done pretty much the same thing. Obviously, he's got no loyalty to Arsenal. But you see, every week Arsenal are getting bantered on Sky Sports. All you're hearing is things need to be done, this and that. But as soon as they talk about the manager, it's like, oh, you can't talk disrespectful of him. He gets them top 4. He gets the job done. But hold on the flip side of the coin, you're ripping us every week too. So why don't you be real and tell the fans really what the issue is? You know, stop beating around the bush because you don't want to be seen as disrespectful. You don't want to be seen as negative or whatever it is. A lot of these ex-pros are in it for clout too, fam. You know?
Of course.
The more I hear the Arsenal legends speak at times about ongoing issues at the club, the less I want to hear from them. Do you know what I mean? The less I want to hear. So big up Patrice Evra for that, man. Hopefully he can change that culture of ex-players, you know, conforming to the board's needs post-career, because that's what it is. They conform to the board's needs and then they become poster boys to sell new shirts or to push new agendas or to bring new players in. But that's it. That's all they use for, nothing else but a pawn in this big game that these sports clubs are about now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just going through you man's comments. What are you saying? Ed Stadium watching the game. But exactly, why is Ed Woodward in the stadium watching the game when she'd be closing deals? I have no idea. Do you know what I'm saying? I have no idea, brother. I'm seeing loads of you, man. I told you, man, you see this stuff, brother. I don't really want to hear nothing about no other channel in my mentions. You know them ones. You, man, know what you're writing in here. Do you know what I mean? Man don't care about that. Man don't really care about that. Man can send shots at me all day because the bottom line is, man would never say it to my face, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even see that.
No, they're just saying, I put like he's saying, bruv, bear them are saying it, saying our man's trying to indirect me and fire shots at me and all of that. But you know what it is, yeah, man tried to call my phone yesterday and I didn't answer it, bruv. So, bruv, I don't know. Maybe he's upset about that. I don't know, innit? No, the one's there, but bruv.
Obviously, don't listen to these man in the comments yet. Obviously, see what he was saying.
No, but you know what it is, brother. No, but I know, like, man's got previous in it. Like, I know he's got it. Yeah. I know man's got it in him, bro, because he does it all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? I expect it. It's weak, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't need to do that. I don't really need to do that. Man's out here thriving, bro. Do you know what I mean? What? There's pretty much 1,000 people in here and we're just warming up. Well, there is over 1,000 people in here. You know what I mean? So, bro, I don't really care. Man can fire shots. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, yeah, like, if you're worried about someone, it speaks for itself, innit? No, you'll never hear me. You'll never hear me talking about anyone else on here, bruv. If they haven't mentioned me, there's no need, innit? I respond to them, but I never bring it up, bro, because I'm looking ahead of me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking behind me, bruv.
Nah, I hear you, fam. Too much of this YouTube thing is all about looking at each other, fam. Like, people need to look at their own lane.
That's what I said.
There's enough for everyone. There's a chunk for everyone. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's so many football fans. There's so many football clubs. There's so much content to provide that. And man are just looking at each other, making snide remarks and moves behind the scenes and that. It's so long. So I get it. You know, obviously you've been in this thing longer than me and you've seen things that I haven't seen. I tend to stay out of shit. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I really understand because I stay out of shit for that reason. That shit jars me, you know. Yeah. I'm very much real to my face, say it as it is. You know, if you don't like me, you don't like me. That's calm. Like, keep it moving. I'm very much like that. But the way this YouTube thing is set up, it's just, man, lose themselves.
There you go, bro. Like, I ain't got no time for this nonsense, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm just out of doing my own thing. It's going well. Leave me alone, innit?
Yeah. I see someone that in the comments say Kevin Campbell as well. Sorry, before we move on, Kevin Campbell is actually a G. That's someone that I talk to him and he says it as it is. He don't give a fuck about nothing, fam. He ain't looking for the next Arsenal sponsorship or whatever. He's saying it as it is, and he's still getting bossed on TV and whatnot.
He's a real G, Kevin Campbell. Like, I met him in Manchester. He lives in Manny. And, and bruv, he watches our shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He came up to me like he knows me properly, bruv. Hug, everything, cool guy. He was like, yeah, I love your shit, this, that, and the other. He's a real guy, bro. He likes man that tell it how it is, innit?
Definitely. And he comes on the channel and that. And he comes on the channel and that and says it as it is, fam. You know, with the fans, the people. Like my first Arsenal game, Kevin Campbell was there, fam. You know, he scored in the first game I went to as a kid.
See what I'm saying?
Not that I remember much, but I know he scored. You get it? But fam, to have a man like that now you can talk to or you can even hear from and he understands where man's coming from. It's like, yeah, but I'm making sense. Like, some of these people just make you question whether you're seeing it correctly at times.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? As much as I hate the Glazers, Oli has given them enough to invest in this club, but don't get twisted, Glazers out. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. I can't lie.
What's that? As much as I hate the Glazers, Oli has given them enough to invest in the club. Ole has given them enough to invest in this club, but don't get twisted, Glazers and Woodward out. Yeah, I don't really get it still.
I don't get it. You, man, smash the like. Man, smash the like button. Big up. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up.
If I'm going to analyze that comment there, I'm just going to say, with Ole, he hasn't, in the year and a half coming up to 2 years he's been here, he hasn't really created the plan yet. That's his problem. With Woodward, over the last 7 years since Fergie's gone, Woodward's been left, right and centre with direction. Like, it's the wrong. I believe it's the wrong man in the job right now. Obviously, for Arsenal Football Club, that's happy days. The more trouble our competition is in, the better for us. But if I'm giving my honest opinion, the sooner you move on for him and potentially go for a Pochettino or something, the better. You know.
Yeah.
But as it is for now for us.
Exactly. That's it, bruv. Bruv, we got 1.2K in here at the moment. Smash the like, guys. Hey, guys, what are we on for likes at the moment? Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, yeah, like, I want to hear about anything that goes on in any other channel. I genuinely don't care, bruv. You know them ones? I don't give a shit, bro. Like, man's enjoying my life, bro. My channel's popping at the moment, blood. Like, man's doing well. You get me? I'm loving my life. I mean, the sun's out, bruv. Man got a fresh trim. I don't care about this guy, bruv, or anyone else that wants to chat rubbish. Don't care.
Yeah. It's bruv, you know what it is, man. You know what it is. Like, we've got our lives, fam. This ain't our lives. We've got our lives. When this thing switches off, we're doing what we're doing. We're happy. Do you get me? So a lot of man, they switch this off. They're not happy. A lot of man switch the camera off and they're sad for the rest of the night, for the rest of the day. So I try and stay clear of a lot of people in this industry, man.
This is it, bro. We're just trying to live our lives, bro.
Me and you have got this show because we're cut from similar cloth, fam. That's what it is, you know. That's literally what it is. I can do shows with people that I understand, people that understand me. Do you get me? And that's what it is, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, bruv, there it goes, innit? That's what it is. We ain't got no time. We ain't got no time for shade. We ain't got no time for nothing, bro. We're just out here doing our thing, enjoying our lives, blood. Know what I'm saying? Make sure you slap the like button. How many likes we got in there, mods? Let us know, bruv. How many likes? Do you know what I mean? We need at least 700, bruv. Like, man used to do the 500 thing, but yeah, we need to pass that now. We're on 1.3 now watching. It's going to keep growing. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, listen, this last 7 days in football has been an absolute madness, bruv. Madness, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, has seen Gareth Bale go to Tottenham. Man, has seen James and Doucouré go to Everton. Do you know what I mean? Everton looked impressive. Calvert-Lewin bagged a hattie. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, it's just a mad thing.
Most goals in a weekend of games.
Ever. Oh, was it? Ever?
Yeah, for a 10-match weekend, the most goals ever. So that said it for Son had 4 goals as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bruv. I mean, Son as well, Gunman, and Harry Kane got like 4 assists or something like that. It's been absolutely mad, bro. Like, it's funny how Tottenham didn't have none of their new players in, but straight away, you see the lift sometimes that just your club doing business gives a team, bro.
Yeah, because that's competition as well at the end of the day, fam. Like, Son, as much as Dele Alli looks like the one that's going to lose his place, Son needs to know, like, Bale is essentially a Tottenham legend. So Son needs to be on his toes as well as everyone. So, yeah. And he's got the number 9 too. So how much goals can really come? I can't lie to you. On his day, that front three can be scary. Harry Kane, Son and Bale. You know, I'm hoping to God it doesn't work out. We know what Jose Mourinho's like. But it is scary on paper, I can't lie.
It is indeed, bruv. My man's saying, bruv, are you man actually in for these guys? Because I've heard you man being linked to these man for ages, but I haven't seen any update or any movement.
Bruv, you see me, I don't believe nothing until maybe when Fabrizio Romano says something. Maybe I'll trust him. You know, aside from him, which was only this summer, I never listened to no rumors, fam. Like, I gave rumors up a long time ago because the internet just run with bare like clickbait stuff. With Aouar and Partey, you can bring out a story about Aouar and Partey every single day, and that's one Arsenal fan will click it every single day because it's just what we're craving for right now. At the end of the day, I think we are interested in one of them at the very least. Will we get both? I doubt it, bro. When do Arsenal buy big, full stop? And when do we buy big twice in 2 weeks? I haven't seen it in my time. So unless this club is going to change at the flick of a switch, we're getting one max.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you ain't going to cut both of them. But even if you sign one of them, the way your team's going, hey, it's not bad, you know. It's not bad, you know what I mean? Because you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. Even though certain men are saying, oh, yeah, we've just scraped over the line. At least you got over that line. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't get over the line, fam.
Yeah, 100%. I even said in my interview after, I said, bro, if we win 30 games like that, just getting over the line, and we win a league or we get top 4, I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I'm more about winning than the good football side of things. Do you get me? So with that, I completely understand. We did what we had to do. Man trusts Arteta, innit? You know?
Yeah.
I want him to have the best platform to do his thing. And I know that best platform means money. I know that best platform means movement in the transfer window, out and in. Yep. So that's all I'm trying to stick on. There's 2 weeks left. Let's see what we do. But you are right. There's more optimism around Arsenal right now than United, definitely.
Yeah, and that's for sure.
Down to managers, I think, strictly, you know. It's just the aura comes from the managers, and Arteta brings optimism right now. With Ole, it's like more pessimism. It's like, is he the guy? Does he have a plan? Is he more of a, like a man motivator for a short period of time, like a 10?
That's what it seems like. He seems like he's your archetypal interim manager. That's what interim managers are supposed to do. Come in, lift the spirits. Do you know what I'm saying? Get everyone enjoying their work again, and then they fuck off.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Ollie was meant to do. Ed Woodward pulling the trigger and giving that guy a contract, before he done anything was the worst decision that probably in the history of the club post Ferguson.
They got a lot of people got lost in the sauce. Like even someone like Rio, who tends not to get, like, he tends to try and stay calm with his opinion, and that even he got lost in the sauce them times. And you want your boards not to be. You want your board to be a lot more professional than that. You don't want them to be getting lost in the sauce too. It's easy for fans to get lost in the sauce. We can get lost in the sauce of one signing, know. But with the board, you want them to be a lot more professional. You want them to be a lot more maybe analytical, looking at the bigger picture. So to give him the contract based off of a wave, based off of a run, looking back in hindsight, it seems to have wasted another 2 years. And that's how I feel, all these decisions that Arsenal have made over the last 10 years, wasted time. And with United, I can translate and say, 7 years of this, you've wasted time with the different appointments. You wasted time with the different directions, A lot of the signings you've made, bad boys. But when you're signing them going in different directions, it's not making sense, It's not going to click. Now with Ole, you tried to do the consistency thing, but you probably went with the wrong manager with that,
Definitely did.
2 years.
Definitely went with the wrong manager. He's not the kind of manager that you give that amount of money and that time. He spent over 200 million, my guy.
Yeah.
Over 200 million. That's embarrassing. Why would you give him that money? And the players he's brought in, it's not great. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got my gripes with all of them. Do you know what I mean? Apart from Donny, apart from Van der Beek. My only thing with that Van der Beek is we probably should have got him instead of Bruno. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we probably should have got him instead of Bruno. Like, we didn't need both of them. I don't think that we were struggling that much that we needed them both, unless you're going to clear out a few men. You probably have to get rid of Pereira. Do you know what I mean? If you get rid of Pereira and you probably arguably get rid of Jesse as well, then it kind of frees up the space for him. Do you know what I mean? But for me, like, I prefer Donny to Bruno anyway. Bruno's not my cup of tea, brother, at all, bro. You know what I mean? He's a low percentage footballer, innit? I don't like low percentage footballers. You know what I mean? Like,
Van der Beek's got a lot more to his game,
But we saw it when Donny came off the bench. We saw his little 1-touch, 2-touch link-up play, his intelligence, all of that. That's all me, innit? I love that. I'm all over that kind of thing. Not just head down, trying to flick balls over the top and stuff like that when the pass ain't on and that. Do you know what I mean? It's not for me, innit, personally. And it's like, if you buy a player like Bruno, you have to build the team around him, innit? Like, because he is a player like that needs a lot of the ball. He relies on the ball going through him.
He would probably make sense that Bruno Fernandes would slot in nicely because we need an attacking midfielder and we can build around that, But with United, when you've got the options of Van der Beek and Fernandes, it's like, I'll definitely go with Van der Beek. I just know
especially with Pogba, it complements Pogba better because they can link up and do little give and goes and stuff. I feel like Pogba's being sacrificed to accommodate Bruno. Do you know what I'm saying? Pogba's playing so deep, man. Do you know what I mean? And the balance of the team's terrible. It's horrible. It looks like Pogba's head's gone, bro. Like, when I saw last match, it looked like Pogba's head's gone. Yeah, he had COVID and he was ill, so he wasn't 100%. No one's come back from COVID and really played well, but Pogba's head's gone. I could see it. He's probably looking at this thing and thinking, this is bullshit. And I feel like he's not the only one, innit?
Yeah, with Pogba, it's you know what? It's funny because you're right. When you look at Pogba before the injury and his role in the team, when he was playing a lot more dominant on the ball, he was the go-to guy. He was the one in and around goals and assists. But since coming back from injury and Fernandes being in the side, you are right. It looks like he's been sacrificed. If I'm looking in from an Arsenal perspective or an outside fan, it looks like he's warmed to it, in my opinion. It looks like he's enjoyed coming out of the limelight a bit because you and I know, fam, the way the media and the way fans have got onto Pogba's back over the years, and some right, some wrong, but you can't lay the blame on his shoulders, and people have done that. So I feel like I understand that he does seem a bit calmer in the sense where he's out of the public eye. He's not got everything on his shoulders anymore. But at the same time, you're definitely right. He's not the same player he was pre-injury. And it's not like he's hit 30s where you might say, yeah, age decline and all of this stuff. He's still in the prime of his career. Like, he still should be, doing his thing like he was doing, like he was developing to do his thing.
He hasn't peaked. He hasn't peaked yet. Do you know what I mean? It's just that he's not playing in his rightful position. If I was him, I'd leave, innit? I wouldn't sign a new deal at this club. This club's finished, if I'm being honest. This club's finished for the foreseeable future.
How long has he got left?
He's got 1
year after this.
1 year. Yeah, he's got 1 more year after this one, innit? That's the extension. You know what I mean? Because there's an option in it. There's a +1 option. So he's got 1 + 1. So he's got 1 + 1 in it. So and the one is that obviously option to extend. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But
big moments.
But Ollie's trash, bruv. And when man are saying, the fans wanted Ollie, fuck what the fans want, yeah? The club is big enough that they shouldn't be going with what the fans want. They should be going what's right for the club. I'm not trying to hear what the fans wanted, bro, because, you know what I mean? That was a mixture of fucking nostalgia and all these other things. Do you know what I mean? That's all it was. That's all it was.
It goes back to what I said about you want your board people, you want your professionals up there to be a bit more bigger picture instead of emotional. Us fans are emotional enough. Like, we love the club. But at the same time, you're in charge of the club, take a step back and make the right decisions, because all these decisions do is either waste a hell of a lot of time for us two clubs, or for Liverpool's, for example, or Tottenham over the years with Pochettino. Those decisions can change the culture at a club. Those decisions can change the atmosphere. They can change the outlook. Pochettino and Klopp done so much for Tottenham and Liverpool, from where they picked them clubs up to where they are now, or where they was when Poch left Champions League final and Klopp with Liverpool. It's like those decisions, were key. With Arsenal and United, our decisions have been key to our demise in the opposite way. So, you're right, fam. Get those decisions right, man. You're getting paid for it. And when do you get held culpable? These owners keep on making mistakes after mistakes, or chairman, whatever they are, like Ed Woodward, Glazers, Kroenke, Gazidis, Vinay, all of these, man. They make mistake after mistake and they get away with it. They either move on to another job or they continue in their role and try again. It's that, fam. With Ed Woodward, for example, I'd look at it like, or Glazers, you man have tried 4 managers since Ferguson left. You man have tried multiple big signings, Pogba, Di Maria, Falcao, all the way to Sanchez's and all these man Maguires, and it hasn't worked. Surely it's you lot that need to be assessed now. Surely it's you lot that need to change now, But that's the hardest thing to do right now in football, man.
What's the man saying? Oh, yeah.
Well, we're on 500 likes, yeah?
Yeah, are we up to 500 likes? We got 1.6 watching. All your anger needs to be aimed at the owners, Woodward and Matt Judge. Dumb fans playing into the cycle of Ollie out. Yeah, that sounds nice, but Ollie out, mate. He's rubbish. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. It's that simple. I don't care about Matt Judge and all their man there. Bruv, it's easier to get rid of Ollie than to get rid of all 3 of them, or 4 of them.
I want to touch on that, because last year, what Rants is saying is right, and what the other guy is saying, I understand. Because last year when Emery was pissing man off, I was trying to tell people, listen, I know Emery's fucked. I know he should be gone. But let's understand this, The club have made so many mistakes over the years. I'm not solely going to blame Emery. And if we get rid of Emery, it's not going to solve the issue. But at the same time, when shit hits the fan, you're fed up. And like you said, we can only deal with the cards we're dealt with. And the manager is easier to get out and project your opinion about than the owner is. So in the short term, all right, you have to stick on the manager. In the long term, you have to understand, yes, okay, the board is the true issue.
It is the board is the true issue. Everyone knows that. But my thing is, you can't tell me that a better manager doesn't
do better, 100%.
Doesn't get better out of these players. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, your thing is different to our thing by far, because you man try and do well. Like my problem with Arsenal is we go into transfer windows, we don't try, fam. So we get what we deserve. With you man try in transfer windows. Okay, not this one. You man have scared me in the past 6 years. Like I mentioned some of these names, but when you lot sign them, it's like, United are coming back, and then it flops, it falls on his face, and it's like, Fam, you're definitely right. The platform is there for a manager to succeed, but the right appointment hasn't been made, and the length of time wasn't given to maybe a certain appointment in that time. So yeah, it does. It's a mad one, man. It's a mad cycle still. It's hard to balance as a fan, and we love the clubs, isn't it? So it's hard for me when you get knocked back as much as man has been knocked back by the club, wrong decision after wrong decision. I get how like why it is like this with us, man.
Exactly. This man's saying, what about Wan-Bissaka? Has he not been a good signing? Wan-Bissaka is a good signing. However, is he worth 45 million? I don't know. And also, like, if you're a ball-playing football team here that want to play up from the back, you don't sign a player like Wan-Bissaka, bro. He's very good defensively, but he's not good on the ball, innit? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather have the flipping Lamptey, bro, at right back than have Wan-Bissaka there, bro. At least man could build with someone like that.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Headless chicken when he goes up top.
But that's what I mean, and that's not even a disrespect to him here because he's a good defender. But,
solid defensive wise.
But defensively he's brilliant. But on the ball, he's not a top player on the ball. Do you know what I mean? He's very basic on the ball, and you know what I'm saying. And it's one of them ones where if you have a philosophy and you know what kind of football you like, yeah, I tell you what, Pochettino never signs Wan-Bissaka, never.
He
likes his fullbacks that get up high and that put crosses in and stuff like that. He had Kieran Trippier in that. He wouldn't have signed Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And that's what I'm saying. If you know,
needs it. You need the fullbacks. The modern game needs fullbacks that can transition well. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka sick at defending, but on the transition, he's not good enough. You can't play the 1-2s. You can't have him overlap. He's not a threat. So it puts more burden on the winger too, whoever you're playing there, because you need your fullback to be a bit of a threat.
But this is it. You know what I'm saying? Mods, you man need to wake up, because I'm seeing bare wafflers in here that you man ain't blocked, blood. So man have to do your job for you, blood. No, like that. Man, it's just chatting shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But now, how many likes? How many likes are we on at the moment, Mods? Are you big up? What'd you say, bro?
What time?
The game's at 8:15, the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Man in here to chat shit.
What do you think about this whole lockdown thing again, bro? What's happening, man? 10 p.m. curfew, like.
Bruv, I just don't know. I think it's a 10 p.m. curfew for like bars and stuff, so they're closing them. Yeah, you know what I mean, so they're closing them at 10 o'clock. They're not allowing things to stay.
You're at the pub or bar to watch a game, 8:15. You're getting kicked out at like the 85th minute.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a mad thing.
Especially next Monday, Arsenal, Liverpool as well, 8:15. That's going to be a big one.
Oh, by the way, that's why you have to watch at home, guys. You know the ones there. Like, this is what we're doing right now. Do you know what I mean? This is what we're doing right now because honestly, it's peak fam right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I hear that.
It's very peak right now. So I don't really know what to do. Like, other than we just got to get on with doing what we're doing, guys. But I don't think this season we're gonna see fans back at games. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I don't see that because if they're saying, look, they're saying this could potentially be in for another 6 months. So if they have these sort of measures in for 6 months, how are they going to start implementing or allowing people to go into big sporting events or concerts or whatever? I don't see it happening, you know. But at the same time, I'm talking about UK here. Our government is fucked up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try something like that for the money. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they try 25% capacity while telling people to go home by 10 p.m.
I think they are going to do the 25% capacity because I think that they need to start getting some money in there.
Yeah. They apparently the Premier League and the clubs spoke today about something COVID related and a bailout and all of this stuff. So,
did they?
Yeah, apparently I was reading about it. Like, I'm not 100% on it, but there's something going on behind the scenes because now they know they're not gonna. Because I know some clubs taking some money for season tickets, thinking that they're going to be allowed to give like 1 in 3 and 25% allocation. But now that's changed. It's like, what happens to that money you've taken? Now, do you have to reimburse it? What's the promises moving forward? But it's like a chess game for these men. They're playing with lives and money, and everyone's just a pawn in that game.
Absolutely. 1.8k watching. Big up, guys. Make sure you smash the like. Do you know what I'm saying? Mods, keep us up to date with the likes. Make sure you share as well, guys. Bruv, get us up to 2,000 people in here. Like, we could definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? What is it? where's that thing? Oh, hey, bruv, Thiago. Bro, I've ran out of words for this footballer anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? I've ran out of words, blood. I've been telling man how good Thiago is for a long time. I told him, bro, like, you know what I mean, outside of Paul Pogba, he's like my favorite footballer to just watch, bro. He's different, innit?
Yeah,
like he's different. He's got everything that a central midfielder needs, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he's tenacious as well. He gets stuck in. He's not just a pretty footballer that can like dribble and play good passes. He does actually get his foot in. Do you know what I mean? And tackle as well.
He's done it all in the game, like in terms of Champions League level. You know, he's a baller, prime age, 27 mil, comes on halftime. What concedes a penalty? All right, Alisson made up for it. But aside from that, the passing, you know, he orchestrated things from the get-go. And it's like, man, transitioning into that team like a boss. Like, some players need time, some players don't. And he's obviously one that doesn't. And we're fucked because we got them next. And you see Arsenal, I look at man like Thiago, I look at man like Pogba, who we were just talking about. And since the good old days, fam, we've only had maybe 1 or 2 central midfielders that I can enjoy, like you, man, have enjoyed Pogba. Well, a lover of the game can enjoy Pogba, and that's Cazorla and Fabregas. And it's been so long since then, but we've been deprived of someone like a Thiago or a Pogba in the middle for so long. So when I see it, I'm just like, boy, it's envy, innit? It's like, fam, I love to see good ballers, but at other Premier League clubs, it hurts, man. I can't lie.
Brother, Liverpool have won the Champions League, the Premier League, and got to the Champions League final. And this is the first time they've actually signed a proven world-class player. They don't do that. No. Do you know what I mean? So this has strengthened them something stupid.
And the price, you know what it is as well? It's that whole market. Like before, there wasn't that market where players were running down contracts.
Yeah.
Now that market where, all right, you got the big boys like United, City, Chelsea, who will buy out and smash transfer records if need be. And Liverpool they don't have the owners for that, but they've got this market now where they're winners of the Premier League, Champions League, they're big boys in the game. Players will run down contracts to potentially sign for them. You know, Thiago just won the CL with Bayern Munich and said, you know what, fuck it, let me go over to Liverpool now and do my thing over there. You think Thiago would have signed for Liverpool 3 years ago? No way, no chance. Like, there's no chance of that.
And you know what? You make a poignant point, and even Arsene Wenger was touching on it. He even said, bro, it's going to get to the point where players are running down contracts because the prices of players now is so astronomical that players now are just looking at it and saying, you know what, I might as well run down my contract. I might as well run down my contract and leave on a free, bro, because players like Neymar went for 200 million. Like, if you're a good footballer now, look what's happened to Jack Grealish now. You know what I mean? Look what's happened to Wilfred Zaha. These men have been priced out of their dream moves. So now it's kind of looking like, bruv, if players want to make the move, especially in this COVID climate, they're just going to have to run down the flipping contract and leave on a free now, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. There's a lot more technicalities to it, but essentially the best way to manage your circumstances, assess your... I get it from the player's point of view and I get it from the club point of view. You both need to protect yourselves. But like you said, it's the fees that have caused this. You know, players are probably looking at, like you see with Haaland, at United. Like, he knew that if he comes to United and then he wants to move on in a few years, you man are going to make sure you get your P's for him. Like, you're not going to mess about. Like, that was a sticking point. But obviously, he knows that Dortmund will allow him to go in a few years. And they'll probably ask for the P's, but, you know, they'll allow him to move on. But
he's probably got a buyout clause in there.
Yeah, and with the technicalities, he's got in there that Bayern Munich can't sign him, I read recently. So it's things like that players are going to start doing.
Okay.
Like they're going to start doing, clubs are going to start doing and being a bit more smart with it. Like, I even think someone in the Prem, I read that they've got a release clause of 40 mil for Liverpool, Man City and United or something like that in their contract. So it's like, you know, they can negotiate that in the contract. If I think I want to play for that team, I'm going to be like, hey, if that team want me, put that clause in.
Yeah, brilliant. No, I don't see a problem with that. Do you know what I'm saying? It shows ambition of the player, and it also means if I knew I'm a club and I know a player's playing for a move to one of those clubs, I know he's going to give me 100%. That's all I need, because I know I'm not a big club to compete with these men anyway. So at least if I'm guaranteed the fee and I'm guaranteed a good performance from this player while he's mine, absolutely no problems with it, blood.
No,
do you know what I mean? All right, big up everyone. We've hit the 700. Keep going. Keep going. 1725. This guy saying Oli just can't improve average players. Like, why is it always invest? Oli has reached his peak with United, third with no trophy. He ain't getting it again. Absolutely. And then look what this man said as well. Duncan Ferguson went on a run with Everton, didn't get the job. They got an ambitious manager instead and a quality manager. That's exactly what Man United should have done with Oli. They should have dashed him.
Yeah.
After he died, you know them. They should have dashed him, but they didn't.
When you got a board that rides waves, you got a fucking big problem because your board can't be riding waves, fam. Fans waves.
They're supposed to be the one part of the club that's supposed to be stable and not reactionary. The board.
Yeah, exactly, 100. Both our clubs, they ride waves. You think if Freddie Ljungberg didn't take over in November and win 3 games, my man would have got a 2-year contract as well, fam. I know my club. I know what they was about, what they're going to do. But it didn't work out well, so they had to go for a next man. Like, riding waves all the time. And even that Arteta wave kind of came from the fans, you know. Give Arteta a chance, Pep's assistant. That wave was kind of started by fans and it got lapped up, you know. It looks like it's a good decision, don't get me wrong, but it's not good when boards ride waves because they're only riding a wave because it's already there. They're not trying to create their own waves, you know. We want a board, or I want a board that creates its own wave, not ride something else, like another wave, like move from that. Because that's what's caused all of this problem now.
Well, this is it. And that's why, like my man said here, Van Gaal spent 150, Mourinho spent 300, Oli spent 200, not backing the board, but they do spend money. Of course they do. Why is the football still crap? The football's still crap because they spend money, but they don't have a proper plan. There's no director of football. There's no structure in it. And also there's no philosophy at the club. Because there's no philosophy at the club, we're signing players that do not fit. And they're not conducive to playing good football, blood. That's what we're signing. We're signing the wrong man because ultimately the club are reactionary. They showed us they were reactionary by giving Oli the job in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
they should have been thinking long term. They should have been thinking, hold on, man know that Oli's not the guy long term to get us back to winning. Instead of thinking about that, they gave him the job based on a few fans singing outside, bro. Fuck that. That shouldn't be enough for the board to put their original feelings and thoughts aside for the club and just give him a job. It shouldn't be enough. So that shows that there was no conviction to do anything else anyway.
Yeah. And even if you do, let's say, even if you do get backed in the corner, at least protect yourself in the proceedings as well. At least make it a shorter term contract and assess the goals. And fans would even understand that too. You know, they'd understand that you're being smart because at the same time, us fans, we shouldn't have to worry about finances. We shouldn't have to worry about the boardroom level. We never used to. You know, we used to only care about the football on the pitch. But they've tried it so much over the last 10, 15 years, the way the world has changed, and they've tried to part ways with fans so much in terms of communication and consistency that we have to look at these things now. Because these are the things that you lot are telling us is holding us back. At Arsenal, you're telling, man, we can only buy loans and swaps. Well, why? I'm going to look at finances. I'm going to look at what the fuck you, man, have done for 10 years, bro. And that Kimmy's right. Like, yeah, you're spending money. That's not a problem. But the board will still get the blame for lack of direction. You know, the 150 Van Gaal spent, essentially, you ask Mourinho, that could be a waste of money. You know, the 300 mil Mourinho spent, you could ask Ole. For Ole, in his opinion, that could be a waste of money. So you just rotating and getting players in that don't fit the next manager's system. Rants keeps on saying you man need a director of football that is in control of it. So regardless of the managers that come in, the director of football controls what type of players you buy, you know, what type, at the minimum, the type, you know, and then you move from there. You can then get a manager in and one will click and it'll work. In essence, Klopp did that. You know, Klopp came in and brought a type of player in and it worked for him. But
yeah, it's the profile, bro. Do you know what I mean? It is the profile. At the end of the day, you need to say, you know what, like Klopp said, yo, we want a high pressing team, hard-working midfielders. This is the profile we want. We want fullbacks that can cross and get up the field, bro. Like, they know what they want to do, innit? And they brought players to do that. What have Man United bought? Man United have bought a ball-playing centre-back in Harry Maguire that can't play ball and has no pace to play next to another centre-back, like Lindelof that has no pace. Man bought Wan-Bissaka, in a team that we're playing out from the back, but Wan-Bissaka can't play out from the back because he's technically not good enough. Like, the whole thing's a shambles, blood. Do you know what I mean? Man brought in Bruno Fernandes, in a counter-attacking team, who averages about 30 turnovers a game or dispossessions, in a game, just giving the ball away. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you look at all the players man have bought, Dan James, no Premier League experience, like to do what?
Yeah. And even with Dan, I was literally thinking of Dan James. You bought Dan James and Wan-Bissaka same window, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like, to me, those two, they don't fit in this, like, as a right winger and a right back. If you're, for a Dan James, who's not the best on the ball, his quality is pace and open field in front of him. You need a right back that's going to bomb forward, take away attention of the left back, and at least give James that space. But you bought a full back that doesn't attack or doesn't attack well. You bought a right winger that isn't most comfortable on the ball. So you still haven't sorted out that right-hand side. So you've wasted peas and time in that 1 year or so that you've done that. And it's just like, how many times can you make these same mistakes, bro? You know?
But this is the problem. Like, and even when you look at the right-hand side, you look at partnerships, innit? Like, when I looked at Fosu Mensah and I looked at Dan James before the last game, I was just like, fam, look at our right-hand side. This is our right-hand side, you know. Straight away, I looked at them as a partnership, and I was like, we're fucked, innit?
Yeah.
So imagine if you're looking at Dan James and Wan-Bissaka, I'm thinking, how are these men going to link up with each other and do what, fam? Like, what are they going to do? Like, honestly, like, when I look at these two men, I'm like, nah, like...
There's no football IQ there, you know?
Nothing.
Don't know how to support James enough. James doesn't know how to take a defender in to support Fosu Mensah's overlap. It's like you need people with football IQ in modern day football. You can't just have people that...
And if they don't have IQ, then you need to have them so well drilled that they don't need to think and everything's just second nature.
Yeah.
No, like, you have to coach into them.
Even with someone like Adama Traore, for example, bad boy player, fast, everything, but it hasn't worked out at the biggest clubs because technically football IQ level is not up there with the wingers at these clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I would take Traore because at Arsenal we lack fucking pace and power. But
you like that.
The biggest teams won't take him, even though he has consistently performed well against the biggest teams. So it's all about fits and partnerships, like you said. That's modern day football. It's not about individuals anymore. It's about the right hand side, the left hand side, the central pairing or free, the attacking free, or you know what I mean. It's all partnerships and groups on the pitch.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It should be broken down into little partnerships. You know what I mean? And it's not. Our right hand side, the partnership of Wan-Bissaka and Dan James doesn't work. So again, down to poor planning from the coaching staff and the recruitment people.
Yeah, I see someone that Arsenal's got mad pace. We don't have mad pace. We do not have mad pace.
Who's got mad pace at Arsenal? Like, there's not one Arsenal player here that I look at and I say, right, he's rapid. You know what I mean? Aubameyang's quick, but do you know what I mean? Apart from him,
are 32 and 31, bro. That's our Aubameyang and Willian are probably our fastest players, you know, on the counter. And they're 31 and 32, and they're not the fastest, you know. And then you want more than that on a counter attack. If you're going to set up like that, you want 3-4 man bombing.
Yeah, that can bomb on.
100%. You need that.
I big up Khalil here. We're over 2,000 here. We're on 2.1 now. 2.1k watching. Khalil, do you think Klopp can turn Jota into Mane? I don't know if you could turn him into Mane because they're not. I've seen a lot of Mane Jota comparisons, but I don't see too many similarities other than the fact that they can occupy the same position from the left. I think that Mane is a lot more explosive than him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I don't think they're similar players, but what I do know is that he will. He'll improve him massively, and he'll slot into this Liverpool system, and also he can replace Firmino, and I see him replacing Firmino still.
Well, I've got a couple of Liverpool fans saying the same thing, but they're thinking that Klopp's going to do Mane up front, Jota on the left, and then they can switch around during the game, and that makes sense too because Mane is a baller. Mane can go up top and do his thing. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, with Salah on the other side, Salah seems more like a typical winger. I don't think Salah coming into the middle would help, but Mane and Jota can definitely, you know, do something in terms of switching. And Firmino, he needs to add goals, bro. I've been saying this for years, fam. People trying to tell me he can get away with it, but you can only get away with it for so long. Like you need.
I don't think you can get away with it now with Jota there, bro. Because
that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Now shit's gonna hit the fan. Now it's time to let's see.
You've got someone there that can score goals, is young, and will put pressure on him. You know what I'm saying? He can link as well, bro. That's what I think he's gonna have. He would have benched Firmino by the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, I actually think that too. I can't lie.
Yeah, because I think that when a player's scoring goals, you can't not play them, innit? Yeah. I just think Jota will get his chance, he'll score, and then you're gonna have to keep going with him, innit? And then before you know it, Firmino's either dropping back into midfield or he's on the bench.
Yeah, and it's smart business, bro. Like, what, Jota's 23, Mane is what, 26 or 27 or something, and Salah's Mane's like 25, 26, and Salah's what, 28. So it's like you see what's happening. You see Salah's getting older, so Mane's slotted into the bad boy position, then Jota's gonna come in behind Mane, and it's like you see something going on. With us right now, for example, Arsenal, after this 3-year contract is done, what's happening? Because we've got so many issues we need to fix now.
You need to buy someone.
Yeah, before Oba's contract is up, we've got we need to do another 10 positions overall from bench to first team. But by that time, Oba's going to be gone. And then we need a bad boy striker. We need someone who's going to bring in 20 plus goals. And it's just like, we're too slow with it. We're not proactive enough in our football.
You should be looking ahead.
Yeah, 100. Like Martin, definitely someone that is looking ahead, that sort of signing, you know. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back. But still a lot of work, fam.
100. Oi, Mahmood, big up. Rants, Teller's going PSG. I don't know, bro. Like, there's bare rumors of him coming to United, but again, I just don't know. I can't really get into it. I can't get into it, bro, because honestly, with United, there's always just bare chat. It's all of this. Do you know what I'm saying? And then there was even talk of saying United are talking to him, but through intermediaries and that. Bro, if they're not talking directly to the footballer, I don't care, innit? You know, I don't care, because all these intermediaries, all that tells me is that the agent probably is just trying to sell their player, innit? And we're talking to them because you've approached us, which means how serious are we really about signing this player, innit? Because if you were, you would speak to the player directly. Like United spoke to Sancho directly. They weren't speaking to Sancho through someone, then through someone else. Do you know what I mean? When I'm hearing players are speaking to the United through intermediaries, that tells me that a man said, yo, you know what, we got a left back for you. You interested? Yes, show me the tape. You know, like that. That can mean anything.
They're coming to you, telling you what you need and offering a player. Like you said, you got to be proactive. If you're trying to fix the issues, then you should be going out and getting the player. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I see bare people saying Mane's the same age as Salah. I actually thought Mane's a couple of years younger. But if that's the case, you still see what's happening with Jota. Jota in the next 5 years will be taking over, and ideally for them will be the next player up. People are saying Martinelli, and I said Martinelli. But with Martinelli, it's in 3 years, he's 21, 22. You know, you can't rely on man in 3 years to be leading the line in terms of goals and productivity. You know, so there's a lot of work to be done. Like, it's not just easy like that.
That's it. Mahmood, big up again. The Sancho thing, I am still confident that we'll get him. However, do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, United are shambles. Like, it's taken the gloss off everything that I wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? There's now rumors that we're talking to Ousmane Dembele, which I don't believe for a second. Do you know what I mean? I just believe that that's United trying to say to Dortmund, well, you know what? You want to play hardball, we'll go somewhere else, because they know deep down Dortmund need the money in it. They don't need it, but Dortmund want the money in it. Like, I think they know that Dortmund are willing to sell, but I think these men are pissing around with each other. So I still think they will come to an agreement. But to be honest, this COVID market has changed a lot of things.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Look what happened with the Luis Suarez thing. Man thought he was going Italy, and now man's going out Atletico Madrid, bro. We thought that the Juventus thing was done.
For free as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we thought it was done, bro. Do you know what I mean? So football was...
He failed his test or something. He failed his Italian test or something.
Yeah, they said that he was cheating or something like that. But
he can't even speak a word apparently, and he went to do the test.
Yeah, but the thing is, what's the point in doing the test? I just tell them I don't speak the language. What's the point in lying, bro? Like, just learn, innit?
He's been at the top European level for how many years? Like, I just don't understand how he can't play a couple of years in Italy and then leave quickly. But it is what it is.
I don't know.
900 likes already. Yeah, what, 5 minutes to go? You lot need to get that to 1,000 likes before we.
Yeah, bruv, let's get it up, man. We're on 2.1k watching at the moment, bruv. Oi, is Lampard on fraud watch, blood? Before we wrap up, man said you're not gonna throw shade at Lampard, bruv. We have to talk about that guy, bro. We have to talk about him.
For me, as an Arsenal fan, I've got to say, yeah, you've got to say, yeah, you know. But if I'm, like, I knew Chelsea fans will flip up real quick, and it's not taking too long. At the end of the day, it's going to take a lot more than just signings to implement at Chelsea. You need a manager that's going to be able to work with those signings, you know. And I said last season, you know, the no transfer window essentially lifted all pressure off Frank Lampard's shoulders. This season, the transfer window was given to him, like on a plate, you know, with a knife and fork and everything perfectly heated. Now the pressure's on his shoulders, you know, and he comes out at the beginning with all the smoke saying, I didn't come here to bring in academy graduates, I've come here to win stuff. Right, the pressure's on his shoulders. So yeah, as an opposing fan, yes, 100%. But as a realistic fan, I know that you need to give my man more time. But you man gave the wrong man time, and you're still reaping the repercussions of it. So it's a mad one. It's all a balance, man. It's mad.
Yeah, bruv. I don't know. Frank is Frank a posh Tony Pulis blood? That is he though, bruv? Because he could be, bruv. You know what I mean? He's definitely on fraud watch for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
fraud watch for me. Like, it's one of them ones where I feel like he's just a more articulate version of Ollie, innit? That's it is. That both of them is just good vibes, innit?
That's it, yeah. That's good vibes. Yeah. When you said that last week, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It's more about good vibes and spurts of positivity.
Yeah, they're the perfect interim managers, them two, man. They're gonna come in, settle the ship, but then they need to hand it over to someone else that knows how to drive it. Do you know what I'm saying, man?
They've got the right heart. Their heart is in the right place. That's one thing about Ole and Lampard. They got the right heart, and they got the right, you know, they want the best for the club. There's no doubt about that. But that is not the be all and end all. You know, you need to have the nous, the tactics, the experience, the confidence. You know, there's a lot of different variables that you need to have.
Absolutely. Oh, big up you, man, as well. I think, have we done it?
On 980, so about 20 more likes to hit 1,000. So it should be done in a few seconds. Make sure you hit the like button.
Yeah, make sure you, man, hit that like button. So for me, do you know what I'm saying? See, man saying his tactics were odd. Bruv, Lampard's tactics stay odd, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. They stay odd, bro. Like, they stay odd. I don't care. Like, it's one of them ones. I always judge managers on tactics and in-game management. And right now, this brother ain't showing me either.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, you're right so far, 100%. One thing will be interesting is if Ziyech and Pulisic come back and this continues. Because I keep forgetting that them man ain't even, like, I actually keep forgetting they got them man to come. And yeah, it's going to be interesting because that's going to put more pressure on Frank's shoulders. He's already put it on himself now, but when Pulisic is fit again, when Ziyech is fit, it's going to be like, well, now you've got all the pieces of the chessboard. It's time to do your thing.
Bruv, that is a Mazzoline blood. Hi, man said Lampard is Ollie with an English language degree, fam. I'm done out here, fam. Fuck me, blood. No, there was Man United and Barcelona said they aren't talking to Dembele. What? That doesn't even make sense. But Dembele plays for Barca, so why would they not be talking to him or talking to him?
No, I think he means that you man ain't talking to Dembele or something.
Oh, that man said that. Yeah, see, but that wouldn't surprise me. You know, the man said that wouldn't surprise me. And no, I didn't skip no one super chat, bruv. I didn't skip anyone super chat. I'm scrolling down. You know, the man's there. So is this another one? Yeah, this is another one there. I didn't skip no super chats, but I'm clicking on what I'm seeing, bruv. What Gassy United smoking and winning 33 million for Lingard. Turkish, what are your thoughts on the price tag? Would you rather sign Orwell Partey?
What's my thoughts on the price tag? I can't lie to you, fam. We saw the Wolby for like 35, 40 million pounds. So if we can do that, then I don't know what price tags are anymore. And with Orwell Partey, we need both equally. Yeah, we lack creativity as much as we lack some defensive nous in the middle. You know, a body there like Partey that's not gonna shift, someone that will be there and be reliable. So we need both. And if I have to pick, I'm gonna go with Partey because we've needed that for a lot longer than we've needed the creativity. You know, so it's about fixing your base first and then building on that base. And Partey is part of that base. You've bought Gabriel and Saliba. Give man a Partey to protect them a bit, you know? Give man someone with experience. So 100, I'm going with Partey.
Facts. Big up everyone in here. 2.1.
Yeah.
You're watching. Make sure you hit the likes. Man said, I've bigged up Lampard and Morris bare times. Now you call him a fraud. Your agenda's boring. It's not an agenda, bro. I have bigged them up. But listen to what I've said. I said, Lampard speaks very well. He makes his players take accountability when they don't play well. And he speaks like he knows what he's doing. Lampard speaks very well. He's an articulate private school fucking graduate. Of course he speaks well, bro. It's about what he's doing on the pitch, mate. Or what he's doing as a coach. I don't care. He speaks well. He's very believable. He's very articulate. He would fill me with a lot of confidence if I couldn't see Chelsea playing. You know, if I just saw the press conferences and never saw them play, I'll be like, you know what? This brother, he's got a big future in the game. He seems like he knows what he's doing. But when I watch Chelsea, they look like they ain't got a clue what they're doing, innit? And then when I look at Jody Morris, bro, look at what he done with the Chelsea youth team. He had them sourcing, playing great football, etc., etc. I rate him as a coach, bro. I do. But coaching top-class players at the top-class level, is not the same as coaching fucking Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek and them, man.
And you can only give your opinion on what you know. So if that's what you know of Jody Morris, you're going to rate him for it until he gets the chance elsewhere, like Lampard. You can only tell from what you know, but you learn, and your opinion might change. There's no fucking problems with opinions changing, fam. At the end of the day, with all these new managers, Arteta, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Frank Lampard, there's nothing for us to base anything on. Nothing. They ain't done nothing managerial-wise for us to base any opinion on. All we can go off is press conferences, style of play, and maybe direction, but they haven't been in the club long enough, you know. So that's opinions and whatnot. It's going to change over time. I can't lie. When I look at all three managers, I think Ole, no plan and no real pizzazz in press conferences. I agree with Rants with Lampard. He's got pizzazz, but no plan, in my opinion. And with Arteta, he's got the pizzazz and a plan. That's how I see all three. But that can change in a year. That can easily change in a year because this is a full season again for each one of them.
Yeah, but that's all it is, bro. And that's why context is important in football. Just because you compliment someone, that don't mean, that they're the complete article, bro. You need to understand what man are respecting man for. You know the ones there. Lampard's not the complete football manager. He's not. Jody Morris is a good coach, in terms of what he's done before in the youth team. This ain't youth team football, blood.
Yeah, exactly. And
you know and that's what it is. So bottom line is, I said it before. I said Lampard finished 6th with Derby, which wasn't overly impressive, and he got the Chelsea job. He didn't get it on merit. He got the Chelsea job because he's a Chelsea legend, and he didn't actually earn it. And I've said this already, so don't go on like say man's like Lampard's biggest fan, bro. Like I'm not. You know the ones there. Like I just give man the respect that I feel like he deserves.
And that can change. And
exactly. And I give him the criticism that I feel like he deserves, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I don't care about, man.
About Mourinho 10 years ago, I would have said, bro, that's a bad boy manager. You ask me about Mourinho now, it's a completely different story. You know, things change, football changes, you know, that affects players, managers, everyone.
That's it. Facts. Are Kovacic and Jorginho, last couple, too similar to start at the same time? I don't think so. They're blocking Kante's progress. Sarri left him an improved midfielder. I just think that the balance with Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic, it isn't there, innit? There's no attacking midfielder there.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like Kante probably doesn't fit in the midfield with Kovacic and Jorginho. Jorginho, like Kovacic is someone who carries the ball well. Jorginho is someone who passes well. Where does Kante fit in there? He doesn't. You know the ones there. Like the balance isn't there.
And none of them carry the ball well. You know, Kovacic is probably the best at it, but they don't carry the ball well. And that's it was linked to Declan Rice. And Declan Rice is a good player, but he's not someone that's going to carry the ball from defense to attack for you. So I still feel like it's the wrong type. Like, someone said, Yvonne Kingsley said, no dynamic midfielder. That's exactly it. There's no dynamic midfielder in there.
Well, there you go. So, man don't really know, bro. Man don't really know, but I just feel like the balance isn't there, innit? Just like in the Man United midfield, the balance isn't there. Balance is everything in midfield. You don't have to have the best players. You just need the right balance.
No, 100.
No, I'm saying Jason Lampard placed Werner on the left to exploit space behind Trent Alexander and Havertz in the false 9 to disrupt Fabinho both. That's a Liverpool didn't create first half, but he's talking about the red card. Probably the red card ruined everything. Yeah, maybe so. But I wouldn't say that he's getting the best out of Kai Havertz right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think he knows where he wants to play him. I don't think he bought him with a system in mind. Do you know what I mean? I think he just bought him because he thought, yo, he's a good player.
Yeah.
And we can get him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because right now, like, he's not playing him in the position that he's done so well for at his club. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing I hate more than seeing managers buy players and then asking them to do a different job.
Yeah. Because they don't know the player. You know, it's evident that some managers don't actually know the players they're getting. But with Lampard, it's funny because, like you said, Derby didn't do his thing, got the job on merit. At Chelsea, they just sold Hazard, so they didn't really have a star player for him to deal with. You know, he just dealt with the younger ones and a couple of the experienced ones that were seeing their contracts out. It was pretty easy for him last season. Now, star players in a lot of positions, you know, their whole front four, should send shivers down spines of Europe. Let's be honest. On paper, Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, and Pulisic, should be doing business. So now it's really pressure is on, and it might be too much pressure at once. I can't lie. As much as he might have shown things early on in his career, and he might have good press conferences, the pressure of getting it right with these players is too much. And when player power kicks in, you know, it's a lot for any manager to deal with. Look at Jose Mourinho, let alone a Frank Lampard.
Facts. Sean's World. Yeah, bro, man will always keep you from lowering your expectations. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. As soon as you lower your expectations, you're letting the board off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're letting them off.
You're doing their job.
What I'm saying? You man think you're getting onto the manager and the players, but ultimately you're letting the board off if you don't, bruv. Because you're saying, you know what you man doing is all right. Like, we're just going to sit back here, still buy our season tickets and allow you to fleece us as fans. As paying fans. Yeah. Don't allow it. Hold these men accountable, bruv.
That's what it is. That's what it's about. You're doing their job if you fall in line with what they're trying to make. They want you to lower your standards. They want you to think that these launch parties for these new signings and new contracts are something to adore and something to chase. There's nothing to chase in football but success. You know, fuck all these fuck all these releases of new players and contract renewals and all of this stuff. Like, it's what you do on the pitch that matters, and it's gone far off what me and Rants know from our clubs back in the day. This
is it. A man saying 2 games. It's only been 2 games, and that. I think if you're talking about Man United, that's a lie. Do you know what I mean? We've been playing shit football for ages. Post lockdown, we didn't play well at all.
Chelsea.
And if you're talking about Chelsea as well, look at Chelsea.
In the last season, remember when they were certified top 4 and then
Chelsea let us go past them, bro. Every time fucking Chelsea kept dropping points, we kept dropping points as well. But Chelsea should have been clear of us, bro, because we kept dropping points, but Chelsea kept bottling it, bro. Man are saying Chelsea are missing 5 starters. That's cool. That ain't got nothing to do with the style of play. You're saying Chelsea are missing 5 starters. They signed like 8 man. You know, no, Chelsea still have the man they had last season.
Yeah, they got a squad.
You know, like that. They got a proper squad. So when I'm looking at it, Chelsea should still, with what they had out there, still be doing away with, man.
Yeah.
They should still be doing away with, man. The facts are, Chelsea ain't really doing enough, bro. They're not doing enough, bro. Lampard's not doing enough with what he has, bro. With the squad he has, he should have finished above Man United comfortably.
So shall I tell you what? Next game we'll see. Next Tuesday we're going to touch on this again because Chelsea have West Brom away. West Brom so far done out here. I can't lie to you. Chelsea need to pummel West Brom. Yeah, that's the ideal game off the back of the Liverpool game. Werner hasn't scored yet. He's been close a couple of times. That's the game for them to do their thing. I think Pulisic comes back. But we'll know at least how they react to the Liverpool game.
Facts. You're on. You man, put the link for Turkish's YouTube channel in the chat as well. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you man smash the like. Make sure you sub to Turkish's channel as well. We got the second show coming on Friday as usual in the evening. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll be able to catch up on that. Man saying he's never seen me about a hat, bruv. Man got my haircut today, blood. I was out in the sun filming. You get me? So. You get me? It's one of them ones, but big up. So make sure you put Turkish's link in here.
Come on, love people.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying you man go and sub. Yeah, it's in here. So you man make sure you go and sub to Turkish's channel. Do you know what I mean? Get them likes, sir. You know what I mean? Look, Turkish is 300 off 27k. Let's get him up to 27. That shouldn't be a problem. There's 2.1 fucking thousand in here now. You man go over to Turkish's channel, subscribe, get him up to 27k. Do you know what I mean? You man do that. Oh, big up Ahmed. That's what I'm saying, man. Put that up.
Ah, man, love for that, man. Obviously, man enjoys the show more than any other, man, because it's literally just chilling with man them and talking about everything, fam. Our shows go left, right, and center with topics and conversations and whatnot, and it's calm, man. Like the love shown is a lot, fam.
But this is it. You know what I mean? So big up everyone that watched. Make sure you slap the like before you go. I think. Well, how many likes are we finishing on, mods?
Must be
like 1.1, 1.2. I don't know, but I think that's the most that we've had in the show. My man subbed to Turkish channel already.
You brought that Saeed show in now. We have to break new.
We have to up the levels. You know the ones there. Hey, it's mad. You know he's 300 of 25. Yeah, bro. You man, we got 1.1 likes in here, 1.2 likes in here. You man, make sure you sub to Turkish's channel. Do you know what I mean? It's in the chat, bro. So you man do that. He's only 300 off. You man can pattern that right now, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Get man up to 27. Do you know what I mean? Our show comes out on Friday evening as well. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully United do their thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So hopefully United do their thing tonight, and I'm not flipping fuming on Friday, innit? Like, I don't need these man to let me down. So you man, know what I'm saying? Make sure you go sub to that channel. Know what I'm saying? I'm going to be doing a watch along with Saeed from 10 past 8. I've got from 7 o'clock. I've got the match preview with Cam's coming as well. So yeah, bro. I'm working all night, bro. I'm working all night, bro. I got the pre-match, I got the watch along, and then I got the post-match. So yeah, we got Luton, and my brethren plays for Luton as well, blood. So hopefully you don't score tonight. You know the
be a story to tell, boy.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not really seeing that still. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You man do your thing.
Yes, people.
You man do your thing. Make sure you follow Turkish. I mean, we'll see you on Friday back again, man. But yo, it's been a lot still.
Man. It's been another good one. Love people. We are out.
All right, big up people. Catch you man on Friday.
Trust me.